just scrolled into the Wide Open Wednesday live broadcast. That's right. Yours truly, Nitro Nick Leach and America's Mechanic Fred Fletcher. We're going to go over all the local racing, and we're going to have some special guests along the way. Could be drivers, could be some of the great people that we have in our racing community, or it could be you. You never know. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being a part of Wide Open Wednesday. We'd like to thank all our sponsors and everybody involved here. Thanks for stopping in. We hope you enjoy the show.
Looks like the rain's coming up at all my windows.
I'm here, guys. I'll be right back in a second. What's happening? Let me try this. Hold on 1 second, guys. I got. All right, we should be good. Well, Chris Garback, Don Allen. Do we have sound, Don Allen? Let me know if we have sound, Don, please, because I put my headset on and it might have knocked off the microphone. Hello. 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 Thank you. I appreciate that. Do I have sound on here, though? That's what I'm asking. Let me see here. Gotta fix that. here. Yeah, that was fun last night. Had a chance to go up in Tower Pete's on vacation, so had a chance to go up there with Jim, do some things. Uh, plus the match races. The match races are always cool. Got to thank Phil Oliver for what they do and everything that they do for us when they do the match races deals. That's Phil Oliver's favorite, so he loves the match races. So I think we got maybe two more of them coming up. Maybe the modifieds one more time. Oh, thank you, Don. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming on here and being with me. Chris Garback was on here and then he got off. So we're live on our Wide Open Wednesday page on Facebook and we're live on our YouTube channel. I didn't want to go down on the Lowdown Entertainment channel because I don't know if they have anything going on today. They had a great show Thursday night with the Watts. They had Logan Watt and Ryan Watt on. There's Chris. Well, I was only up there, Chris, because Pete wasn't there. But next week, Jim's not going to be there, so it's going to be the Nick and Pete show. So it's going to be pretty cool. If the people like that and they want that, they gotta tell somebody. That's all I can tell you. Jim does a good job, and we had fun last night, so it all worked out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like being up there. I like doing what I did last night. I would hope that I could sooner or later get back to doing my job again. You know what I mean? I'm doing a good job with the internet stuff, and that's fun too. And Jim Brown filled in for me last night, done a wonderful job with my niece, doing the heat race winners. I cannot say enough. Jim is always willing to do whatever I need done or whatever the track needs. You need a flagger, he'll flag. You need an announcer, he'll announce. You need this, Jim's always willing to do what he does for us. So I appreciate that. Yeah, it was like old times. Had a lot of fun. I feel really bad for Ethan Bill. Come up light at the scales. And I'll say this, and I think he put a post up after the races. We all know, Chris, you've been there. You drive a race car. It happens sometimes. You make a wrong judgment on what fuel's in a car or whatever. Sometimes you get away with that if the track's heavy and you can put a little mud on. By no way, shape, or form is Ethan Bill trying to get an edge or trying to cheat. And trust me, he ain't going to do it that way. It ain't going to be with lightness. Nobody's going to do that. So, Ryan Leary, how are you? But yeah, it's just yes, downtown Jim Brown done a wonderful job last night doing the heat race winners. I posted all that up there, but I'm going to put a picture up here real quick, and we'll probably elaborate more on this. Fred's on vacation, so I will be doing Wide Open Wednesday by myself Wednesday night in studio. I'm in my house now because Five Peaks Media, our buddy Greg, has some clients today, but I'm going to put this picture up. This guy, a legend in our sport, the voice of Grandview Speedway, Ernie Saxton. If you knew him and you spent time with him, you knew that he didn't pull no punches. He told you how it was. And if you liked it, you liked it. And if you didn't, you didn't. He was an excellent writer. He helped a lot of guys get sponsorship. He helped a lot of guys gain lucrative sponsorship. I talked to Andy Belmont today about Ernie because him and Ernie were really, really tight. When I first started out announcing at New Egypt Speedway, I had a little problem with an unruly fan. And I told him if he didn't like the way things were going, he could watch the races from Route 539. And a lot of people took offense to that. But a lot of people didn't know that he was drunk and acting a fool. And the first phone call I got the next day was from Ernie Saxton. And I never expected that call. Me and Ernie were friends, but I never expected him to give me a call. And he did. And he said, "Hey, Nick, here's the deal. There's 100 people that don't like you. but there's probably 300 that do. And he said, he goes, I agree with what you did. He goes, so don't sweat it. He said, just keep doing what you're doing. I think you're doing a great job. Uh, and that was the biggest compliment I could ever get from Ernie Saxton. Then, of course, after that, I got to talk to Ernie a lot. When my wife worked at Belmont's Garage, she would come in there, talk to Andy. My wife would talk to him. Different occasions, we've done different things. And I got a chance to spend some time with Ernie. He was a wonderful man, a great announcer, done a lot of stuff with Grandview. The people at Grandview put some stuff on their page about Ernie, and you're going to hear a lot of that this week. There's a lot of things that he did behind the scenes. There's a lot of people that do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you'll never know. I mean, I have Chris Garback in here with me right now. People have no idea the stuff that he does behind the scenes, painting parts for people, doing repair work for people in racing. These are the things that people don't know about. And last night, we honored a lady named Katie Mancini, who done a lot of things in the quarter midget world, in the pet world too. And we honored her last night. It was a pretty neat night. I got to see Sydney was there. Of course, I get to see Paul when he races, but it was a pretty neat night to celebrate Katie Mancini. Danny Buck, wow, he was on a mission last night. So, yeah, pretty cool. Ethan Bill crossed the checker flag first, came up light on the scale. And Johnny McClellan was in the backup number 29 for Mr. Ellery. I think John Ellery was more happy than anybody. He was up in the tower, and yeah, he was in the backup Matt Ellery car. He was in the match races, won a couple of them, and then when he finally won the feature because he finished second, a good second, and when Ethan came up late at the scale, he got the nod to win. So I got to interview John. John semi-retired. I asked him if he was going to come out of retirement now. He said, "Well, if they want me to drive the car, I'll do whatever they want." So, yeah, it was an interesting evening. Rob Hornsby done some work back in the shop, got back to his winning ways in the street stock division, and yeah, it was a 3-division show. Had a few hiccups along the way. Would have liked to got out of there a little early, but yeah, I mean the track is a little crazy. In the beginning of the night, then they get it smoothed out, and the racing's been phenomenal at New Egypt. If you ask Danny Buck, he's going to tell you the track's the best it's ever been, and it has. I mean, it's when it's 100 degrees out, 90 degrees out, the humidity's high. It's kind of hard to maintain a racetrack and keep it tabletop smooth and unholy, if you know what I'm talking about. And Chris, you were out on the racetrack and you were doing what you were doing, so. Yeah, it's just a crazy type deal that how many people ridicule people about what they do at a racetrack or how they fix it, and they got all the answers because they're keyboard warriors. So it's just crazy how everybody has the answers, but nobody wants to help out. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think, with all the rainouts and everything that's been going on, it kind of sucks because we haven't had a chance to really see what we can do. The points races are tight. There's really no runaways. So we're going to have to see what happens with that also. I'm just scrolling through my phone here. Of course, I have the picture of Ernie Saxton up. We lost Ernie Saxton, a great guy. We'll probably elaborate a lot about him on Wide Open Wednesday. I'll be doing Wide Open Wednesday by myself. I may have a special guest maybe on Wide Open Wednesday this coming Wednesday. We got a new hot rod made by Nick Crocker. Our new computer is called Mighty Mouse. We had no problems last week at all. I mean, it was the only thing that we had that was a problem was the camera was, we're still backwards, but I'm ass backwards to begin with, so that doesn't matter. But yeah, pretty neat deal. Uh, Now that we can concentrate on getting guests and getting people involved and doing what we do best. Uh, I know. Go on here and see if I can find some results. I'll have all the results on Wednesday. Kate will make me some notes, and like she always does, she takes care of me. Go on here real quick. Uh, the four cylinders at Bridgeport. Lee Allen, John Parker, Joe Gary Sr., Roger Kermer, Colin Gale, and Eric Degler. I think that's the first time I ever seen Degler finish out of the top 5 when he hasn't broke. The wingless sprint cars, Thomas Radaboy, Jonathan Swanson, J.R. Fulper, Dan Leeper, and Stan Plosky finished in the top 5. His son won a heat race last night at New Egypt, and you can watch the footage of that. I have that posted. The boss, Cale Ross, won the modified feature at Bridgeport, followed by Sammy March Jr., Sammy March Sr., Dylan Stoyer, who's been on rails down there, and Neil Williams finished 5th. And yeah, the Iceless Sportsman, Yak Jian won that. Jesse Hill, Travis Hill. Good to see the Hill brothers out there, both of them. Jesse is a good friend of mine. So is Travis. Their father, Bill Hill, was a really, really good friend of mine. Big part of my teenage life when I was growing up. My brother was really good friends with them. Joe Toth finished 6th. Matt Peck finished 5th. Brad Roberts was 4th. PJ Bazowski was 7th. Pat Shearer was 8th. 9th was Jesse Herter and Charlie Casaboo. Now, Charlie is what we used to call Chick because that's what his name was, Charles Casaboo. And they shortened it to Chick. But in passing, we would joke with him and call him, Yo, Charlie. And that guy, one of the nicest guys in the world, another group of guys that when I was growing up as a kid, they were a big part of my teenage life. And with Billy and Chick and all them guys and Joe DeAugustine and, and then, a couple of weeks ago there, Mikey Franz won. Good to see him win some features. The Franz family's been a mainstay at Bridgeport and around New Jersey. So it was really nice to see Mikey Franz get another feature event. It would have been really, really cool if his father was around and the guys that they raced with back then. I mean, I know the Casaboo boys, the Tuckahoe Turf boys would have went wild to see him win a feature. I mean, back then it was Brennan, it was Casaboo, Richie Cass, and it's crazy as you get older, you lose a lot of your heroes, and it sucks. And you got to take care of yourself. It ain't like the good old days where you get an ache and a pain and you just let it slide. You can't let that shit slide no more. You got to go to the doctors. I have been going to Sage Chiropractic. Dr. Mike, Fred told me I needed to go. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't realize that my mobility was that bad until he started cracking my neck and moving my hips and my back. And yeah, I wasn't a big believer in chiropractic care, but I am now. Trust me, Dr. Mike. I'm a type 2 diabetic, so I have I would believe I have a little bit of neuropathy in my fingers, and I had it real bad in my hands. My hands were numb. Plus, I drive a truck. I'm vibrating all day, and I'm still waiting for my T-shirt, Leary. Give it to Arlie, and I will get it. Trust me, I've been seeing Arlie a lot. Now that I'll tell you this, I probably won't see him all week. But anyhow, went to Sage, talked to Dr. Mike, and I got to tell you, I'm probably like 90% of the tingling and the numbness in my hands is gone. So it works. It definitely works. So if you're skeptical about chiropractic care, I know a really, really good chiropractor. Just let me know and I'll hook you up. I know you didn't forget. We just ain't teamed up yet. We ain't found found time to meet up with each other to get it. I mean, I understand. That's not a problem, brother. I know the drill. See, I even let everybody see so you don't think I'm busting your stones. See, Mr. Leary does have my T-shirt. His daughter is a racer, and you know me. I like the kids. I like the girls. I like the girls when they beat up on the guys. And there's a lot of good women racers out there, man, and they're doing a hell of a job. Ugh. Nice to see what I seen this morning when I woke up this morning. I got to see uh, Stuart Friesen changed his cars to make it more easy for him to get back and forth to his doctor's visit. So that's pretty cool to see Stewie on the mend faster than I would have thought. But yeah, he's doing really well, and I'm friends with one of his crew guys. So as he goes through the progression to get better and doing his stuff, maybe we'll get him on Wide Open Wednesday. He's been on Wide Open Wednesday before, so we'll hopefully get a chance to talk to him. Like I said, Fred's on vacation. He's at the Outer Banks, finally taking a break. I don't think anybody works harder than him. I mean, guys that are in the automotive repair business, whether it be body shop or mechanical. I know Jason Dunn works real hard at what he does. Fred does what he does. Scott Dunn's a mechanic. You guys out there, I don't feel sorry for you at all because the customers are getting worse. They come in and tell you, well, I would really like for you to fix my car, but can you use my parts? Can you use the stuff that I buy? No, we're not going to use dollar store stuff. You got to come in here. You want me to fix your car? I'll fix it right. I'm not taking any shortcuts. And yeah, I think that was kind of getting the best of Fred. And we had to send him away for a little bit before we had to send him to a padded room or before he was going to hurt somebody. But Fred's a good guy. If you need some work done on your car and you're in this area, he's a reliable guy. He's a good guy. There's a lot of good shops out there. You just got to watch and you got to pay attention. He's one of the main sponsors here, and he's my co-host. And I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do here without him. Of course, you would think the track is perfect, Michael Jr., because your guy won. But I'm going to tell you what, he put on a clinic last night. I mean, him and I had talked. I'm talking to Michael Jr. here, who is a crew member on Danny Buck's car. Yeah, me and Danny had talked, and, it's the old adage that he who gets to the front first usually wins now. It's back to the old deal. And he got to the front first, and he got, a couple of hiccups along the way. The lap traffic was scaring the hell out of me. I'm announcing the race. I'm surprised when I woke up this morning, I still had a voice after doing the match races and then doing that. I was like, oh, I'm not going to be able to talk. Some people would love that if I couldn't talk. I know there's another guy that they would love if he couldn't talk, but we'll leave that alone. But anyhow, yeah, it was fun. It was fun doing that. Danny's always one of my best interviews when I interview him, and this guy that's in the chat room with us, Chris Garback, same deal. He's always one of my best interviews. I always have a lot of fun with these guys. Yeah, I mean, if the track is slick from top to bottom, a lot of guys like that. Could be a little less religious, but it was hot. The weather plays a big part in it, and yeah, going forward, it should be interesting. Last two races at New Egypt, and like he said in Victory Lane, it's going to come down to the last two races, and the last one probably going to come down to the last one. What's he got, a 6-point lead going into next week? Of course, we have short track Super Series this week on Thursday, and then we come back Saturday. So, but Saturday is going to be pretty cool because we're going to have a camera night. The fans are going to be able to go out on the track, I believe, and take pictures of their favorite drivers. Something that Chris came up with. So, get all your photo sticks ready to put in your phones, Don't use the memory up on your phone. Get one of them little photo sticks that you can hold all your pictures on, because you'll be able to go out on the track and take some pictures with your favorite drivers and their cars. It's going to be a pretty neat evening. So make sure you get all the stuff to hide the shocks and hide the tires and hide the back of the car, because there's spies out there trying to find every trick in the book to see for an edge. It's pretty funny. You walk down the pits now and you see all these curtains on the back of the cars. I remember back in the day putting silicone on tire sizes at East Windsor and seeing which way guys sight tires and which way guys groove tires. And it was funny. Yes, I was just telling everybody that Daniel is like the best interview, Dina. So I gotta say, you and Mr. Brown done a wonderful job last night. You need to be commended. I was a little leery about letting you go out on your own because I know you get crazy sometimes. So, but it was worth it. I watched most of it this morning and then I edited it a little bit. Didn't have to edit much of it. It's just when you do the whole thing at one time, you got to kind of put, how people are, Dina. They're going to say, "Wow, who's that guy and who's this guy?" But Jim said who all of them were, and it worked out pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen this week. I don't know. I'm going to be up in the tower with Pete, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing uh, more or less when Pete's announced, and I can get away with doing the heat race winners and all that, and then just going up in the tower for the features, so we could do some Keller commentating, and he'll let me announce the sportsman or something, and then I'll run down there and do the interviews like we used to do. So it'll be cool. Yeah, you knew we had a job to do. I'll you want me to put out the bloopers that are on them on that film there, Dina? We can put the bloopers out, and then you'll really get in trouble. Check your phone, Dina. I just sent you a link. We can talk about that on here, and we'll really get in trouble. I tried to send Chris Garback a link. Chris, send a message to my phone. You have my phone number. Ask Michael, if you're still on here, excuse me, ask Danny what he's doing Wednesday night. Probably be in the shop getting ready for Thursday night. But I got one guest lined up. Mr. Garback, you need to come on the show too. So we can talk about your dad and we can talk about you and all the other good stuff that we know. I got this hot blonde doing my wash and stuff in the house and cleaning the house. I don't pay her much. She don't get much money to do what she does. She should get paid a whole hell of a lot of money for putting up with me. Yeah, ask him, Mike. See what he's doing. Uh, Usually he don't turn me down, but with two races that close together, I understand. Jesus, the drag races are on behind me. I think it's the final rounds. Yes, my wife wants to put the news on, so I can't give you the results of the drag races. So she don't get to watch the news at that much. So I'll let her watch the news. Go ahead, Nancy. You can change it. You're welcome. Either that or I'll get a beat down if I don't let you watch it. So what do I really have a choice? I love you, but I got to run. Where the hell are you going at 6 o'clock at night on a Sunday, Dina?
Bingo.
Oh, you're going to bingo? The wife said you're going to bingo. All right. Let me see if I can find some more results here. We did Bridgeport. Let's go to you know what? Why not? It's going to take you all night to get ready for the damn Phillies game? I'm getting ready for the Phillies game. You got to be kidding me. You're not my friend, Dina. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Heck. There we go. Tim Buckwaller, Parker Golden break the lock to Grandview Speedway victory lane. Both take their first wins of the season. Aha. So, Mr. Buckwaller, very nice guy. Grandview. If you can race Grandview, you can race anywhere. Trust me. And of course, if you were tuned in earlier here, Grandview lost one of their greatest assets, as far as I'm concerned, Ernie Saxon. So, yep. Craig Von Dorn is starting to come out of his shell. Not that he has to, but $10,000 victory for him. Craig has been winning at Grandview and Big Diamond forever. Jeff Strunk is the point leader at Big Diamond, I see here. He's another guy that's been winning forever. Strunky is the point leader, followed by Dwayne Howard, Loud, and Reimer. Of course, Loudon used to race at New Egypt Speedway in the number 16. Sean Reimer's son, Mike Goulart, Brett Cressley, Ryan Watt, Jack Butler, Rick Laubach, and Logan Watt is ninth in the points in the modified division. And then the guy that sits in 10th, Rick Lisakowski. I wouldn't want to have to keep saying that 100 times. All right, let's do this. Got a couple minutes here. Got to recognize these people. This is where I go to get in shape. Although I'm not in shape, I try to get in shape.
Who is all the rage? Sage Chiropractic. That's right, Sage is all the rage in chiropractic care. Dr. Carey and Dr. Mike will take care of you and all your back needs, and they specialize in other things too. Give them a call, 215-497-0700. They have all the equipment, all the stuff you need to get yourself in shape. They're the people that give Fred his adjustment so he can drive his race car on Saturdays at New Egypt Speedway. They are our official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday, so go see them. If you have any problems with your back or any other problems you think you're having that are related to your back, you got to go see Sage, because they're all the rage in chiropractic care. So see Sage Chiropractic. Their phone number is 215-497-0700. Go see Dr. Carey and go see Dr. Mike.
Nice. Yes, and I been going to Safe Chiropractic to get my adjustments. Also, end of the year's coming, gang. You gotta take that transmission out. A lot of guys dread working on them, rebuilding them, doing what they're doing. I have just the right guy for you. High gear transmission. Anthony Tramontana Sr. His son drives a 13T modified, and he also drives a micro sprint all over now and been winning all kind of races. So I'm going to give you the information. High gear transmissions. When you want to get your transmission done, you can pick it up at Bridgeport. You can pick it up at New Egypt or make an arrangement with them. They'll rebuild your transmission. And when you go to Victory Lane, you'll be in high gear. Let's talk about transmissions for a minute. You want to get to Victory Lane, you can't be in low gear. You got to be in high gear. I'm talking about high gear transmissions located in South Jersey. That's right. We specialize in repair, refresh, and troubleshooting your Northeast Dirt modified transmissions. That's right, high gear. They specialize in Burt Generation 1 and 2 transmissions, and they also service Winters transmissions. It's home of the modified number 13P, driven by Anthony Tramontana Jr. They have reasonable pricing, quick turnaround. You can pick your transmission up at New Egypt Speedway or Bridgeport Speedway, and you can find them on Facebook at High Gear Transmissions. Now, these transmissions are serviced by a great tech, Anthony Tramontana Sr. You can give him a call at 609-385-3084. That's right, High Gear Transmissions. You know, the season-ending season, and you're worried about that transmission, you're worried about it getting serviced, why not call High Gear and get it done? They'll take care of your transmission. You won't have to worry about it. When you put it back in the car, you'll put it in gear, you'll go to Victory Lane, you'll be in high gear, and you'll be a winner with high gear. There you go, gang. Copy that number down if you need some work done on your transmission. Even now, if you need something done, get a hold of them guys. They'll take care of your top notch when what they do, and they'll be top notch when they take care of you. All right, these people have been number one in the number two business for a long time, and they've been good friends of mine for a long time too. You might as well recognize them. Bob Drayton Incorporated has been locally owned and operated since 1955. Their goal is to provide excellent customer service and quality rentals to every client. They have a large selection of rentals and solutions for every project or every event you have. You can count on their experienced team for fast and courteous service each time you call them. And they have a 24-hour emergency service, locally owned and operated since 1955. That's over 70 years, gang. Licensed and insured, free estimates available, 24-hour service, military and senior discounts, quality products, and an excellent customer service. Check them out, gang. They're located at 151 Big Hill Road, Southampton, New Jersey. Their phone number is 609-859-3629. And they race, that's right, New Egypt Speedway, Bridgeport Speedway. Bob and his son race the four-cylinder class, and they sponsor the class at New Egypt Speedway. So when it hits the fan, he's your man, and whatever you eat, he's got your seat. They have a 1-800 number, and it's 1-800-521-2014. So whatever you need, give Mr. Bob a call, and he'll help you out. They are official sponsor of Wide Open Wednesday right here on Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. Mr. Bob, he's on the job, and you should be too. And of course, we have a studio that we go to when we do Wide Open Wednesday. I was going to go there today, but Craig had some clients. This guy, we call him Magic because he's magic behind the camera. Works for CBS, worked for the NFL. That's what he's doing now. It's football season starting. He's going to be going to New York and doing some stuff up there for the NFL. He does some wonderful work. If you ever need anything done for your business in the way of social media, camera-wise, commercial-wise, this is the guy you want to get with. And his name is Craig McGill. Check out the commercial. Let's talk about one of our proud sponsors, and that's Five Peaks Media. Let's talk about one of our proud sponsors, and that's Five Peaks Media, brought to you by Craig McGill, 668 Woodburn Road, Langhorne, Pennsylvania, Suite 201, the same suite that Wide Open Wednesday is in, and their phone number 609-577-7996. Craig McGill, we call him Magic because he creates the magic behind the lens at Wide Open Wednesday. Whatever you need, whether it's for social media, your business, anything you need, He's been with CBS, the NFL. He's done it all. He's a master at his trade, and he can definitely get the job done if you need anything done in social media. Why is having a director important? Greg will tell you why, because he does his best work behind the lens. Do you want your message out there to the world? You got to go with Five Peaks Media. That's right. Get a hold of Craig McGill. Come on over and see us. This is why we do what we do, because we have magic. All right. As you can tell, I am not using Mighty Mouse today. I am using the other computer, and you can see that we have a couple glitches. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, you ever wanted to get shot? And I'm not talking about by a gun. I'm talking about getting shot by one of the best photographers around, Jim Brown Racing Photos. You ever need your racing photos, you got to get them from Jim Brown. Hey, what can Brown do for you? He can produce your best racing photos. Jim Brown. That's right. And he can also fill in for you when you need him to interview the heat race winners. And he done a hell of a job last night. I appreciate it, Brownie. Okie dokie. Let's see. There she goes again. Going behind me at 100 miles an hour. The boss. And it's not Gail Ross. All right, I'm going to end this right now, gang. Hopefully you'll tune in Wednesday night. We'll let you know who's coming on. Probably Tuesday, early Wednesday. We've got some good guests we're going to line up, and hopefully you'll come on. And I'll probably be live in studio on Wednesday night. Talk to you later. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know I'm going to enjoy mine. I'm going to chase this hot blonde around, see what I can do here. Talk to you later.
Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being a part of Wide Open Wednesday. We'd like to thank all our sponsors and everybody involved here. Thanks for stopping in. We hope you enjoy the show.